going into the play-ins for the playoffs. Whereas if Ultra Prime do not win, they don't control their own destiny for whether or not they play in Split 3. They have one series left against OMG, who is at the bottom of the standings. They would need help from other teams to even just have a chance to escape. So this is a must-win series for Ultra Prime. They really, really need this win, or their odds of making it out pretty low. And they're going to kick things off in this draft with a first-pick Nocturne. So keeping up the semi-globals and the clear speed here for Climber from the last game, that did work out well.
Third draft in a row where we've had this set up. By the way, both teams have opted for this, where LNG love the blue side, and Ultra Prime, actually, except this is the same as last game. So LNG blue side, Ultra Prime on first pick, which is weird because this is LNG selecting to do this, right? So keep that in mind as we do see. I knew it couldn't happen because Jin got fearless out, but yes, this is what we need for a big game 3. Let's put 1xN on a hyper carry and let him bring us home.
I just got distracted there. I had to close out of Twitter. Fnatic posted a video. That's probably not going to be great.
Listen, man, we just got a Zeri lock in.
It's
oh
Zeri
my God!
Yeah.
Listen, it's the pocket chaos of old versus the new form one of it. Yunara Lulu. We also just got BuLLDog locking in a Yone. I mean, picks are flying left, right, center. I don't even know how to keep track of what's going on.
I'm focused up on this. I'm going to go straight to the patch notes and look up Zeri, because Zeri had a lot of changes heading into this patch.
I can give you the rundown.
What else? Just basics.
So basically, what you're going to look at with new Zeri is a lot more movement, a little less damage. That's what the changes have done to Zeri.
More range, which is
and more range. Yes.
Only for the right click, but yeah,
it's important.
Yeah, Q's a little different, but hey, still more impactful right click, which is quite nice. I'm staring at the changes right now. This is a champ. I have not. In our stacks, when I play, I do not get to play AD. I get to play with the AD mostly. I think that's where people are the happiest having me. I'm okay at that role. The rest, no.
I'm the AD.
I do. Slayer's good at the game. You're still what, Diamond 4?
Yeah, I'm holding Diamond.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're holding Diamond. I think anyone can get there, but yeah, some respect if you get there. It's better to take the time to do it. So that's been good.
All right, let's lock in on these bans though. We'll get time to talk about the Zeri.
A lot of mid bans.
A lot of mid bans. Saber loses access to 2 of his champions. What are you thinking, Cubby? Like, get in the mind of Saber here. What are we looking to pick into this Yone?
I think it's got to be Ahri, and then probably a Wukong coming out here for Croco. Wukong feels like the best option, unless you really want to eat it and go Poppy, or you can get crazy and go like AP jungler, because you do have Yone. Where you might get crazy and go AP jungler? Oh, not the Croco Nidalee. We're really putting our chips in the 1xN basket, are we?
We're putting our chips in the get Rafa pumped up. Oh,
okay, there we go.
The last second switch. That's Trundle. So is that signaling that? I guess that's saying, Sasa, I dare you to pick a weak side tank here.
Yeah, it really is. And Sasa, to me now, like this looks like a decent Renekton game, because you're almost forced to win early, and Renekton feels really good in the Trundle. Can be played in the Yone. Jax also can be an option. Cassante is like the default. Sasa is on a tank top lane pick, which is going to happen, and I don't love, but...
That's what Croco wanted him to do.
Yeah, it's kind of the world we're in. So, lacking magic damage. Gwen's available. Gwen's very good this game. So I think Gwen and Mordekaiser are pretty likely to come through.
I mean, Mordekaiser is also fun, because if Mordekaiser gets locked, if Sheer... I know it's not ideal most of the time. It won't matter. You could pull the AD carry into the Death Realm, and then you leave Yuumi. That's what I was trying to theorize here. But I think the Gwen is a much better pick nonetheless here. Ooh, but it's gonna be the Guangle. They're gonna throw the Trundle right into the Cassante.
No, they aren't doing this, are they?
Oh,
no, yeah,
man, guys.
Okay. Yeah, no.
We already have to guard for hovers, Cubby. Now we have to guard for late swaps.
Not that much. Not that much. Dusk and Dawn abuse in the jungle yet. You know. Hey man, lack of guarding might have killed the Celtics. So glad you're more aware than that. So. Yeah, might have gotten down. But I got to say, Trundle, there are a lot of jungle bans. Trundle's pretty far down the pool. We're going to have trouble early on against Nocturne. Nocturne is very happy against Trundle because the fear, if timed well, you just send Trundle packing his bags, running faster across that turf than how he ran at you, you know, or as fast as he ran at you in the first place. And you have a lot of jungle clear options that I don't feel like Trundle actually has. Yunara Lulu, we'll see how that lane does into the Zeri Yuumi. I gotta say, I'm not the most educated on that one. I'm gonna assume that Lulu wins the few early levels, and they can win against Zeri, but most Yunara lanes I see, if you don't get wave control, you're scaling, and Zeri does have the option to get a lot of wave control with a Q spam. And then top lane, I am concerned about this Gwen for Ultra Prime. Because Gwen at 5-pick, Gwen is very happy in this game. You see a Zeri, you can try and run away, kite that out. Ahri, Cassante, Nocturne as a top side does not have enough damage to deal with you.
No.
Especially if you go later on. So I think Gwen could be a big difference maker in this one for sure.
Come on, we got no Gyos for Ultra Prime's 600th game, or that's LNG's. Excuse me.
It threw you off the purple. I don't blame you on that one. I associate the purple with Ultra Prime.
Yeah, that is Ultra Prime's purple. That was a little bit. That was a little bit rude, nonetheless. I though am very excited to see how this bottom lane interacts. As we talked about
for
on the new patch. Yeah, 1xN is going to go with the recurve bow, which gives you a lot more auto attack power, like that for Yunara. The point, my theory as the AD carry guy here, I actually think like Zeri Yuumi is a very positive lane for Yunara, because the way I think about Zeri's trade patterns, I think they're just very much so mirrored in Yunara and how Yunara looks for trades, right? Where we just try to stack up a bunch of autos, and as long as 1xN times his Q early, he should win a lot of trades into Zeri, and both these champions want to just pop their ults and throw down. And I still think Yunara is in a better place to do that. So my theory is that I think this bottom lane is actually going to be a pretty big win here for LNG if they play it out correctly.
Yunara definitely perceived as being the stronger champion overall. Curious to see the bow. I mean, Dorn's bow definitely tells me that they felt like this was a hard-winning bot lane, going that and not play it as Saber being looked at here.
Pillar does not push
Dis-synergy. Yeah, a little bit of dis-synergy there. I do like the look from Croco. He got info on the Raptors. Looking early as Trundle is always a positive, but a little bit of dis-synergy there between the Pillar and the Charm doesn't connect. As speaking of new items, Dorn's Helm picked up by Sasa. Cassante definitely an abuser of that item as his W scales offer resistances, and what do you get with Dorn's Helm? You get resistances.
There you go. Gonna need it into this Gwen. As already we can see top and bot definitely going the way of LNG. BuLLDog, the only one that's under a multitude of harass, but as you talked about, right now the focus for Climber just needs to be power farming to try and get to that second spawn of Scuttle Crab to get to level 6 first here up against Croco.
Climber going to get priority on the bot crab, even if LNG is bot lane priority just because of Croco's pit stop mid. So we'll see if that might be a double crab. I'm kind of curious to see if Sheer walks down here. This BuLLDog is, he was second win maxing, as we like to say. He got quite low, but was sitting on that potion, as of course, second win more effective the more health you're missing.
Oh, Croco's pinging onto this.
Yeah, he knows. He's going to prioritize AoE camps, so just going to keep on clearing. But yeah, Croco's going to be a little bit behind, which is to be expected. Again, I think the fact that Trundle comes out of this just a little bit down in pace is okay. You're signing up for this with the Trundle matchup.
Battle Yuumi. Didn't have that on my bingo card. XiaoXia's trying to keep missing off of that wave to see if he can make sure that 1xN misses as many minions as possible. But Mystic does a good enough job trading his HP bar, and they clean up the wave just as you expect. So it's only going to be 1xN missing one of those minions on that wave, and he only has his own fault to blame. So good there for 1xN. He is going to get... I'm curious to see what he does with this wave. It looks like he's opting for a freeze.
Tried to hold it to the best of his abilities, but I think that's going to be even / pushing back. But man, he's really opting in for all the scaling possible. I mean,
Cole's really good on Yunara too. I think I think Yunara is my favorite Cole user of all the marks.
It is. It's just the most abusable, the fact that the on-hit supply, which is kind of crazy. So I don't mind the tech. I feel like he knew going into this lane that the first few levels were going to be, because he had Lulu and Yunara and Zeri, he was going to be winning, and so he's kind of using his edge to win to try and extend his lead further into the game. And Zeri, for me, I know Zeri had a lot of changes on this patch, but Zeri, for me, has always been a champion where you want to get ahead, because if your ult is not leading to a lot of action and snowballed kills, you are not as useful as other champions in your role. So I think keeping Zeri down, if LNG can continue to do so, could be quite big. But we have Nocturne coming, and Missing is exhausted.
3-6 gank, yeah. Missing's used the heal to get his speed up. 1xN layering some autos. Climber gonna have to back off here as Hena is the weakest of all members here. But LNG, I wonder how much of a win it is to just, oh my god, 1xN.
Really well
He's
played.
getting Hena lower and lower.
Okay, Croco can do something here.
Croco gonna go after this Gromp. So he'll chase Climber off of it. Turns to try to get the fear down. Missing coming on over. W not gonna land from the Zeries. The Gromp does reset. And XiaoXia's just gonna hop between partners to try and keep them safe. This Gromp, very important. Climber will end up securing it at the end of the day.
I think it's just trying to find more advantages off of what pressure they have, and none to be found, or none more at least, but I don't mind the look from Croco again. If Trundle's interacting with lanes, you're usually a pretty happy camper. So Croco not going to get anything of sustenance done yet. But still looking... Oh, wow. Okay.
There we go. He's got to...
Almost.
We're getting there. We're getting there on fixing the HUD.
See, this is why talking with production could have been nice, because then you couldn't go like, hey, and brought attention to it for everyone at home, and then it gets dropped down immediately, you know? That's not what we like. That's okay.
That's a good caster note right there.
It's still
it's pretty abrasive.
It's leaning positive, you know? We like to lean positive.
It's a better way to go about life. You know what I'm very positive about? Well, Shear's needlework is very positive because it's got Sasuke to flash, but I just think it's so fun. I know we've really been harping on this because Zeri has not been in the meta in a while, but I just always find it fun when you get like a matchup between one champion that I feel like was designed in mind based off of how an older version of that champion role performed. Like, the more I think about Yunara, I just have to think that Riot, in designing this champion, had a lot of what Zeri's, pitfalls and successes were in mind. So to see them finally go up against each other, I'm also willing to bet this might be one of the very first times we've seen Yunara and Zeri go up against each other in Tier 1. Is very fun.
Yeah, I mean, kind of similar functions. Think of the W's, the E's, Q.
I mean, the ults, too.
The auto attack, yeah. Ults for big play moments. I think Zeri was definitely created with more pentakills in mind than Yunara, but
hey, I mean,
that was also Zeri with these.
If you ask the way Gala started with Yunara, I mean,
that's true.
Who knows? Yeah,
he's having quite the run.
Multiple Yunara pentakills behind Mr. Gala.
We'll say while bot lane might be a point of tension here with both of our junglers working their way back down here again. Curious where Climber's first paranoia is, because this is a game. Adage? Old caster adage? What?
The old caster adage about Nocturne and Paranoia. I feel like I hear it every time. It's like...
you kind of have to.
Yeah, first ult's got to count.
High impact cooldown for sure, as Croco is at least going to spot out Climber, sees him mid, might go and try force the issue a bit towards the top side. Does have his red buff to take. Looks like Croco's just been a little bit behind on a couple of these timers. Now Climber going to skip over his Gromp, and here comes the play bot.
Going on to Missing. He's going to flash try, get away from the fear that still will land.
Well, he cleared it.
XiaoXia now Transcended is looking for the turn with Croco joining the fray. But they're going to stall out here. XiaoXia's ult is going to tick down. Pillar's now going to come through from Croco, but the play is over once that ult comes off of your Yunara.
I mean, that's fine. I think you're more than happy to absorb the first paranoia for a Lulu Flash.
Very true. Very true.
Definitely something that can be revisited. So we'll see if Climber and Saber are able to get involved down bot again. But yeah, you're telling me Yunara Flash, no blood, and you get to stymie Nocturne, take away that first big ultimate? Yes, please.
Only Flash was missing. He was the target of that first paranoia. So still have Flash on that Yunara. They're looking to try and re-enter for this Dragon. Hena does not have access to that Lightning Crash. They're going to exhaust onto 1xN. His ghost has already been popped. He's looking to trade back as the Polymorph will come down. Croco going to secure the Dragon as Hena's going to have to try and hop over the wall to get out of dodge. W is going to land here for 1xN.
TP
coming behind. He's going to have to flash away from Saber, but Saber just follows with a nicely placed dash. Finds first blood here for Ultra Prime. Charm on to Missing, and it's 2 crucial kills picked up for Ultra Prime.
LNG do get the Dragon, but yeah, I thought 1xN was playing out the sequence really nice until he flashed after Saber's TP came down, because once that TP connects, that was a dead Yunara. And that is a cooldown that can really be punished now by the Nocturne coming in as... Oh, boy.
I'm unwavering. I'm unwavering.
I still don't think that Ultra Prime win this series. I don't. But that's a good start. I mean, that's a lot of gold over to Saber. We'll see if he can do as much with a pick as we saw BuLLDog do in his last outing, getting his hands on the Ahri. They did lose that game, but I feel like BuLLDog had 2 plays that got him back from 5K gold deficits that were massive as him and Croco synced up. So, see if that's the case for Saber, piloting the same champion as that first item's complete, and expecting more ults from both the mid and the jungler of Ultra Prime as they're building ult CDR reduction in both items here.
Yep. Really quick pit stop. Want to once again shout out Alt Battery for always being on top of stats and making sure that I am not lying to you viewers. I once again would like to say I'm half right in the sense that this Yunara Zeri matchup is the first time we've seen it in the LPL, but not the first time in Tier 1. Through 2 games, we saw it at first stand, and we've seen it in the LCK. It is not won against the Yunara yet, so it's 0-2.
I don't really think Zeri's back yet.
Not yet. I would agree.
For me, there's so much of an arms race bot for laning too. So it was kind of curious to see both teams opt for this, because I feel right now I'm more likely to see Caitlyn bully lanes than the lanes we're seeing here. Missing wasn't spotted yet. I think Missing was coming out of base, and they were kind of playing around with a timer, but that's the experimental Hexblade first on Zeri finished, and that first ult going to the wayside.
At least does get one extended trade Transcend back, right? So doesn't have a dash.
They want to dive, though.
A lot
they saw the grubs go down.
Yeah, they need to make something happen. They can't
no
just give
flashes. Yeah.
See how much Missing can help. One extend survive. Will have growth down as well. But the turret aggro is tanked well by Climber. And with the fear through, there's a 3rd kill for Ultra Prime.
You could even see Missing. He was between Hena and 1xN there, trying to eat the auto attacks of the Zeri. It just didn't matter. And that was really the real expensive part of that last play. Again, Saber's TP, which was very good from the captain of Ultra Prime. But getting the flash from 1xN, who, for me, was already dead on my screen, that leads to a 2nd kill there. And that is, again, quite expensive. You can continue to set that Yunara behind.
Croco, does he really want this fight? 1 versus 2. He's getting some serious autos down. Hena's going to use that wall ride to get away from Croco. Did have to use that barrier, though, so nice timing there from Croco.
Traded. I really think that he could have won flash for flash against the Zeri there. Maybe he was a little bit scared. Given that Zeri's got a couple slows in her kit with the W and then Yuumi as well. Yuumi had access to exhaust, but I guess didn't want to find the overcommit. Wasn't sure who was on the other side of that wall. But a nice tempoed away. That's going to get 1xN another plate.
Yeah, this turret is looking real unhealthy, and the power of all 3 grub security for LNG is going to help them even further here. So, despite the fact that ONXN is on that 0-2 marker off these last 2 plays from Ultra Prime, he's going to be up gold. And, well, you know, while experimental Hexblade's going to help get that ult back up here for Hena earlier, firepower-wise, you'd like to be on the Kraken Slayer side of that discussion.
Yeah, I need a player better than me to educate me a little bit on why I'm seeing so much Hexblade. As I think that this is an item that on a champion like Nocturne, right? We're getting those early ultimates can be so impactful, especially when you're going Ultimate Hunter in the red tree, can lead to even a lower cooldown ultimate. I understand that. I think that his kit synergizes really well with what Hexblade does, but for some of these champions, like I view Marksman as you got to be good late. And
yeah,
is Hexblade the most, like, is that going to be the highest scaling item for you late?
Well, it's helping for that ult.
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. I feel like it gives you more power now.
Either 1xN didn't have Transcend up or he holds on to it, but that is Lightning Crash. That is also the exhaust down. And this time 1xN is trying to pay some respect to the fact that they might just look for the redive, but Croco's here to cover. Climber thought he could walk right back into that same setup for a dive. It does at least pull Croco's attention down, but he doesn't really have any camps or anything else that needs to pull him away from this bottom lane, so good timing on Croco to look for the cover. Now Hena's going to face check into Croco. Final chapter to come down. Paranoid jump on from Climber. There is going to be the Strundle ult with the wild growth just to get Croco away from Climber.
Yeah, that's just going to be Dragon. I don't think that this is contestable for LNG. Again, good news for LNG. They have scaling out the wazoo this game. They really do.
Oh, they do.
I mean, this is we've spent a lot of time talking about the bot lane, but it's Gwen Yone solo lanes as well. And Trundle scales off the stats that you build. So, I think that the fact LNG got the first Dragon and 3 grubs really big for their game. Because their ability to actually play out 3 lanes and try and stall with, or just get resources for Gwen Yone, that's going to be the game plan for LNG. It's kind of dodging out on these Nocturne windows and trying to amass wealth on the solo laners where it just hits critical mass, which first brick going over to BuLLDog is going to help with.
Yeah, and speaking off of that first brick, I also think LNG can get really comfortable in side lanes, waiting up for that scaling. But we'll have that conversation in a second, because Herald, there looks to be a fight here. Saber does not hit the charm. Good dodge there for missing a Croco. Flashes away from the fear out of Climber. Croco is far too low, and Saber, one more Spirit Rush dash, might find the kill. He's going to flash forward instead. Lulu's shield is enough to save him. No! The Spirit Foxes find the kill, and Ultra Prime are still just trouncing LNG in the kill department.
I think he found an auto in there, and that would have been the difference, whether it was a Spirit Fox, a Foxfire, or an auto from Saber. That kill connecting big. Again, that no cooldowns available there for Croco or missing. Subjugate and Wild Growth both off the table. I think that was the big difference in kind of the rotations coming out. LNG caught a bit in rotation. And Ultra Prime Slayer, we really didn't give them a real shot heading into this series. I really felt like LNG is...
Oh, lightning crash, paranoia, Wild Growth's up, but it's not enough. Climber finds 1, Climber finds 2, and now all of Ultra Prime are looking to fight. It's Sasa on the all-out into BuLLDog, and he's even winning this exchange. BuLLDog's trying to kite back towards his turret. Sasa gonna flash forward and force BuLLDog to unbind his soul. That's enough to get him out of that kill, but Ultra Prime are still looking to push even further. They got Shelly to crash into a tier 1 turret. Croco's trying to desperately defend it, so at least they'll save that. But the all-out blitz from Ultra Prime seems never-ending.
I mean, a lot of good stuff going out from Ultra Prime. I think there are a couple errors there from LNG. Got to pause. Yeah, another play.
So hard to ult onto the Ahri, but if you hit the Fate Sealed, it chills everything else out. BuLLDog does have to flash to find the kill, but that's a shutdown over to BuLLDog. And finally, LNG on the board with a kill at 17 minutes.
All right, Yone's getting a little bit big, but still, I think that the plays that Zeri Yuumi have made recently to 1xN and missing, I don't think 1xN, so you got to wait for the paranoia to connect before you find the dash and the Wild Growth back. He pulled it off early there, and they kind of had to because the pressure that Zeri Yuumi were putting down onto them. So I guess that kind of leads to me thinking that LNG just a little bit too far up in the mid lane. I do think that Croco really needs to hover this lane. We're seeing Croco try to get involved. I mean, he's got a lot of farm. He's out farming Nocturne right now, which is not exactly what I expect in this Trundle matchup. Yeah, but weird. Maybe a few scenarios where Croco dropping a camp or two, standing mid, as we kind of saw that bot standoff before the Dragon, could be valuable because he has to kind of neutralize or stymie or absorb the play so that Yunara Lulu can kind of get back in. I know that the gold lead is still on 1xN, but every time Climber's had that ult key available, it has been dropped on top of this bot lane, and it has caused problems for LNG.
I really do still think that LNG, pairing off your Croco hovering midpoint, can, despite the fact it's Nocturne and like Ahri that can punish side lanes, with 3 grubs especially, and Yone accelerated, I think it's really hard for Ultra Prime to cover side lanes in this game versus Sheer and BuLLDog, who are only going to get more problematic the further this game goes.
I 100% agree with you on that too. And I mean, we did just see Sheer and BuLLDog positive play to get a shutdown on the Ahri. You called it. It's only going to get worse. I mean, when Gwen gets 2 items, that's when you start to really take off against this Cassante. Sheer's still a little bit far away from that, but again, once he gets there, big. And BuLLDog was the one who has the shutdown gold, has the first turret gold, so he gets that second item. Should help out a lot.
Especially being an IE. That's a big second jump for Yone.
If it is that, we'll see if it's something else. I think it's going to be Shield Bow.
Oh, yeah, good call. Shield Bow.
Yeah, I think it needs it this game.
Still a big jump. So and all that game plan fits in line with what you want, because it feels like Climber is always targeting 1xN, so Croco can cover in the mid lane. Their side lanes are always going to be expanded. It really just all depends on can Climber index this lead into threatening either of these solo lanes.
Yeah,
it's really all about Climber right now with how much gold he's holding on to.
100%. And I'd say if you look at both these comps, the fact that we're 20 minutes in and it's even gold, even dragons, like that's edge and LNG for me.
Yeah, and especially if this paranoia doesn't find a target. Oh, over the wall goes Saber, and he's found Croco. All of a sudden, Croco's got 4 members of Ultra Prime hounding him, and as the 3rd dragon of the map spawns, Croco dies.
20 minutes. Went from even dragon, even gold, to up a dragon, up gold for Ultra Prime. That's a much happier state for him. Again, especially given this draft. LNG, though, a lot of ults were burned. There's no Ahri ult, no Nocturne ult. I mean, I think that as LNG, you're kind of in the right to try and fish or punish, but nothing going to be found. Just time for the solo laners to fix the sides. Collapse came in from BuLLDog, doesn't get anything to gain. And we're going to go back to the formations where Ultra Prime continue to be the team that is making plays and making progress in the map.
Let's see if Sheer wants to test how well he can shred this tank health bar just yet. No. Not going to manifest, and yeah, it's going to slow the game right back down. I mean, for as much as we talk about LNG and they kind of coast and scale well, they really aren't making any plays of their own. They're just playing around Climber's Paranoia. Finally, Croco wants to look for something, but the Pillar's just going to slow Hena down for now, and they got to walk out. It's really hard for Trundle and Lulu to make anything happen in any of these engages. There is no engage.
That's,
Oh no! The timing! What? Oh, Climber! His dash didn't land in time, so he follows 1xN all the way back to the fountain, and they have, Climber has just gotten completely boned into gifting a 4-kill shutdown to Sheer. Oh, that feels so bad.
I've never seen that before. I really haven't.
There's just a tiny window where, you know, like, he's dashing through the air, but doesn't. Oh my God. Dude,
it can't end like this. It can't end like this.
We cannot end Ultra Prime season on a timing on a Nocturnal. There's just no way.
Oh, please no. Man. There's no smite. They're going to try and go for the fight. Oh, God.
I mean, Asasa, he gets paranoia. He gets polymorphed, and he just dies. The only front line's down. All of LNG got over the wall as Hena went Lightning Crash final chapter. There's the Baron. I am sick to my stomach for Climber right now.
I've never seen a game turn like that. I really haven't. That was like a Dendi, you know, TI2 hook that just took place, but it was a self-inflicted paranoia by Climber. Again, a timer that I've never seen that. I've only seen that with Akali Ease.
I mean, it works out, right? Because the paranoia is not going to cancel that recall. So if you jump him into the final seconds of it, you're going to that target.
Stop it with a stride breaker in Q2, neither connected.
The funniest part is that 1xN doesn't realize it's happening, and nobody, like, Missing sees the Nocturne go by. So 1xN leaves Fountain. God. If he just stays in Fountain, it gives him the kill, but it's funny. Not even, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do. Throw your hands up. What the hell happened?
Do we insta-pause and ask for a bug? Again, I've never seen that.
But it's not a bug, though. It's a timing. It just.
Yeah, it is. I've just never seen it. And that's game-breaking.
I've seen it on, like, viral solo queue clips. That's the only reason I know of it. But yeah,
I try to not be on those apps.
Boy.
Okay.
All right. This time, Climber cannot dash back into the fountain. The turn goes out pretty slow as the fear is going to land onto Sheer very low. But the polymorph again onto Sasa is so well timed for Missing that they're able to trade out both top laners. Saber has a couple more Spirit Rush charges, goes forward with one, goes forward with the second, fishes for a charm that does land onto Croco. But there's not enough damage to commit onto that kill. Croco limps away. Missing looks for a flash polymorph into a knockup from BuLLDog that does not land onto Hena, who matches with a flash of his own. And we only get one kill apiece. Both top laners traded out.
You know, at least Climber got back behind the wheel after the accident and decided to drive again. That was a good paranoia coming in. I still can't get over that. This entire game just flipped on that play, by the way. Because I know that fight was kind of even, but we're seeing the fights get closer. And that Baron, the ability, it gives LNG just to stabilize. Because now we're at another dragon where it went from being a 1k gold lead for Ultra Prime to a 2k gold lead for LNG, where they have Gwen, Yone that have both completed the second item and are both going to scale into Oblivion. And got a lot of gold from that play and a lot of time to stabilize. As LNG, I think, could look at this next dragon. They could also look to just give it and keep on playing for gold across the map. Because again, Gwen, Yone, Yunara get really, really big as this game goes on. And Yunara does have a big enough lead where I feel like this is doable if you can keep Yunara alive. So that's kind of the question I'd be asking myself right now as LNG. Can we survive Paranoia Spirit Rush coming out from Climber Saber as Yunara, or what do we need to do that? If so, then we can play this fight. If not, might be hard.
Well, knowing 1xN, he's not even getting a chance at the Dragon because Climber's going to jump onto him here, but this time Climber went far too forward. Croco covers well, and 1xN finds that kill. Wild Growth comes out. Hena tries to fish for the all-in to try to trade, but all he's found is 1xN barreling down onto him. Transcendent looking for more. Saber going to flash for the charm, but 1xN dodges it with a well-timed flash of his own. Sasa, just like game 1, TP's into his own demise, but unfortunately this time, he's pulling down XiaoXia with him. There's 4 kills. Trundle's got grubs. LNG might just look to end this series here.
I cannot believe how this series and how Ultra Prime's split and year might be ending. Just off of a 1 in 1,000 timer from the Nocturne. They're not going to hit the Nexus now, but I don't think LNG or Ultra Prime get back in this game. I really don't.
I don't either.
I mean, this Gwen Yone out of control. 1xN is already out of control. It's 3K gold on the marksman alone. And, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It feels like the entire game came down to a Nocturne ult that went into the enemy base. And from there, the fact that that turned into a Baron, turned into the game stabilizing the way it has for LNG. I mean, we're able to eat Nocturne ults and live now. That wasn't happening 5 minutes ago before the Baron was taken. As we did talk about Croco hovering earlier on his Raptors, able to respond really nicely. Missing, throwing everything into the 1xN basket pays off.
This flash from 1xN too is really good too. Just make sure Saber doesn't trade him. Yeah.
Yeah. Good reaction there. I think understanding that, and that is a trade up. Is that a solo kitty mission?
Yep.
We're supposed to rescue those cats. Shear.
Not today.
Supposed to shear them, you know, non-violently, like in the vet. Give them care and medicine.
It was violent, and there were no veterinary licenses.
not cut them down like that. Come on.
Oh, we don't need a replay, guys. I don't need to. Oh, I don't think anyone really wanted. Did Sheer really ult for that? That's disrespect. That's disrespectful.
I think the most. Actually, I changed my mind. The worst part about this game, it's not the Nocturne paranoia going back to base. It is the fact that XiaoXia playing Yuumi could not fit in between the pillar and the wall. A real cat would fit through that. No doubts.
Maybe the book was too.
It's the book's
wide.
fault.
It's the
Maybe
book's
it's the
fault.
book's fault.
It's a pretty big book. There's a lot going on with that book. So I don't know. Man, I just feel gross. Like this game.
I do too.
This is kind of like ruined this game 3 for me. And this is the guy that's championing with an 80% likeliness that LNG make group ascend. This game 3, them winning would be so important for doing that. But yeah, this definitely feels tainted.
This is like the Des Bryant catch that got overturned.
Oh no, that was the right call. All right, here we
it
go.
was not the right
Climber
call.
jumps on to 1xN again, but just like last time, there's not enough juice in the Climber kit to turn 1xN into a smoothie. So he's able to get on out of that one. Climber far too low. Lightning Crash going to come out here from Hena, but there's no real target. Watch BuLLDog at the top of your screen. They're looking for a flank. He has been spotted. Sasa going to flash away from Croco. BuLLDog going to go after him, and it looks like LNG are just going to turn their attention towards the tank. One knockup lands. 1xN has more than enough damage to get that kill done. And LNG will continue their march forward.
There's no slowing them down. There's just not enough damage to deal with them. I mean, this is where Zeri Yuumi has to take over the game, and it's a hex plate, and there is no third item on Hena. Meanwhile, 1xN has 4. As second Baron, this is what do you like a respectable Baron take? You know?
Oh, because they didn't use the timing to get it.
This was an ethical Baron. It's not
ethical Baron. Okay.
I call the first Baron like an Oklahoma City Thunder Baron. Yeah. This was an ethical. This is the Detroit Pistons Baron. Play ethical ball here.
It's Tyrese Maxey Baron.
Right, see, no, that has to take like a minute to kill because we just have to maximize endurance for that one. And clutch up.
There we go. Good puns. Well, let's see if this Baron is clutch for LNG in closing out this game. Don't think Soul is a real reality by this point. Sorry, I got distracted from a message. I will never admit that Des Bryant caught that pass. Per the rule book, he did not catch that pass.
That was against the Packers, and I will admit he did.
Fair point. Oh, sweet Climber. I mean, he's got to rinse and repeat, try the same thing. He's got the GA. BuLLDog goes a bit far deep with that Fate Unsealed, but if Climber gets caught that far forward, he is mincemeat for 1xN. And oh, by the way, Croco and Sasa are having their own little fight. And we're going to see why the Subjugate's really good into these tanks. Sasa's putting up one hell of a fight here competitively, but it's really just a distraction because, oh my god, 1xN has ended the game himself.
Well, this was a conclusion to a series, Slayer. LNG, first in Group Nirvana out of this, but man, I feel really bad for Ultra Prime. That was, again, I've never in my time playing or covering League, which
I feel like I have to wash my hands.
I've been pretty serious about this game for almost 15 years. I've never seen that happen in the pro game. I really haven't. Wait, and it really did turn the entire game on its head. It really did.
I've seen you in those flex lobbies. Are we sure you're still serious about this game?
Well, it depends on what role I'm playing.
If you're supporting me?
Yeah, we try we try our best always. Just I might pick something that I don't play my best. You know, it's fine.
You know what? I don't really care what fan you are of what LPL team, even if you're an LNG fan. Let's put some F's in chat for what just happened to Ultra Prime, because
that might be couch watched, by the way.
I mean, they do get the game 3, so they do make their game score a bit better. But as you said, Cubby, it's locked in now that Ultra Prime need help from another Nirvana team to give them a chance to not end their year here in May.
They need EDG to not win a series, or because Thunder Talk has a tiebreaker over Ultra Prime. Ultra Prime can no longer eclipse Thunder Talk, and that was the really big one from today, and why it's so doomed for Ultra Prime. It is only EDG that can help them from here. EDG has to not win any of the next 2 series. It would help if they didn't win any games. Ultra Prime, they need to win the next series against OMG. And again, EDG's schedule, they have OMG and Thunder Talk left on the list, so 2 of the weaker teams we have in Group Nirvana. EDG looking like a likely top 3 finish. As again, this was before today. So add a 3.
Add a 3 to Ultra Prime, add a 3 to LNG. As currently where we're at.
Man. That's tough. I'm with you. That was a 1 of 1,000 play. I feel bad for Climber. I would rip that. I think any pro would rip that ultimate, and you just not expect the timer to be there. He's going to think about, man, do I cast a Q earlier? Do I cast a Strybreaker earlier? And even then, I mean, I've seen more often than not, like, paranoias not connect or not get cast and actually send you all the way back to base, which is kind of crazy for me. But what a heartbreaker for Ultra Prime. Hey, part of the game. But again, this was, we set up early, scaling comp for LNG. That Baron going over that early, and you saw how it really broke the game, because Yone, Gwen were fine. Yunara got a massive gold lead from there. And any and all hopes for Ultra Prime, it went out the window when that Nocturne went out the window and into the enemy base. So
it's not even the fact that, like, the Baron is so valuable in the sense that, like, LNG could garner gold and push. The real reason, like, taking that Baron was so bad was that you've taken Baron off the Rift for 5 minutes, and Ultra Prime needed something like Baron to continue to speed that game up, right? It's almost as if, like, taking the Baron was better at denying Ultra Prime the gift of Baron than LNG actually using it themselves.
Yeah. I mean, again, just the fact you could stall, stabilize the game, that's a window where you're looking to attack the Gwen, attack the Yone, and the attack was good from Ultra Prime. We saw the Ahri Nocturne making plays, making things happen. But yeah, what a bummer. I am telling our socials team right now that the Nocturne ult into the base in Game 3 needs to be up.
I am very confident in our socials team that is already up and available.
I checked. I'm confident in their ability to get it up, because they are kind of goated out there. They are kind of goated out there.
But man, we may look back on this day, Cubby, if someone decides to make an Ultra Prime like montage, or like a history of Ultra Prime video, like a deep dive one, and we may look back at this very moment as an influential day in history.
I mean, this is we probably are not going to see Ultra Prime playing Split 3, and I think that a lot more reasons than just the Nocturne ult comes down to that. But I can definitely draw a line where the Nocturne ult happened on that gold graph, and that is not an LPL gold graph from there. That's a very clean gold graph in one direction. Yep. As that was a momentum killer for sure. I think the coach cam said it all, and I feared that. I mean, even in my Group Nirvana script, which just happened perfectly, I'd say, for 3 Game Slayer, I didn't even include that one.
Well, no. I'm going to correct you. Your script said that Game 3 was supposed to be a handed win for the favored team.
Ah.
I don't think they necessarily handedly won this game.
No,
you know what? You got you were like a 90% on your.
It was scary close. I guess is what happens when I get on Nirvana duty for a little bit. But
I just know they're gonna make this Nocturne ult cinematic. By the way, like just be prepared. It's gonna happen. That's what they've been dialing up, and it's just we're reliving pain here because these like first 3 clips are just gonna be such great Ultra Prime reads. Like this Saber TP just made that play.
That flash from 1xn, they turned it into another kill. This is the 3rd kill onto 1xn. Thought they snowballed this one forward really nicely. This was a good play from BuLLDog, by the way, and Sheer. I didn't really see this angle. Really tough one to hit, but kind of gut checked him in that in a way. I mean, look, if Saber dodges left, he's away from the turret. Dodging right, you dodge into the Yone hitbox. Oh,
I told you.
I hate you were right about this.
Look how awkward he looks. He's going through walls. That's how weird this is.
He's done 2 spins, 3 spins. Oh. Sadly, that was not the spin to win scenario that we were looking for.
Still, the one thing that I find so funny, maybe because of paranoia, I'm missing didn't see him, but the fact that 1xn walked out of Fountain, like nobody told him that the Nocturne was still coming. So he walked out of Fountain like, oh boy, another day of living. That's at least something funny we got out of it.
Just another day of living, you know, and just get hit in the face by a Nocturne.
Oh boy, I've always been safe walking out of my Fountain. Oh my god, what is that?
Feels like me walking out of my front door in LA, you know? You never know. You never
Definitely
know.
my front door, man. I never know. I never know.
I missed the, we mentioned raising an A once earlier. I missed the most LA things because I just hear about how Manny's tires got slashed. You know?
I haven't had that one, but I did walk into a locked underground garage, like behind a gate. You need a buzzer to get into it. I walked in to find my car with the front door pried open, and nothing. Luckily, I had nothing valuable in my car, but all my gun was stolen.
That's stressful. Yeah, that
could have been a lot worse, is what I thought about it.
No,
but,
I also suffered one of those. Good times.
Yep. Robbery. That's the theme of Game 3 here, folks. Robbery.
The Nocturne ult made us think of more robberies.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
That's where we're at. All right, let's spin this for a second. I want to spend our waning moments together, Cubster, talking about how we feel about LNG. Because I do unfortunately feel like this was a series where the first game really impressed us for the LNG to ascend stocks, but the rest of the series, I think, left a lot more to be desired, which has unfortunately kind of been a recurring theme for LNG this year.
I fear that my confidence level has gone from a 6 to a 4.5.
Yeah.
I still think, by the way, me saying that this team has a 45% chance to make it into Group Ascension when I don't know their opponent is pretty crazy.
Right.
I have good feelings, good inklings about this team. I feel like the Game 2 and 3 drafts were really kind of weird. I know that they won in Game 3, but playing no engage with Gwen Yone, that's where the Sejuani Maokai would really help out. And to be fair, we've seen LNG run some of like Yone plus Sejur Maokai plus Rumble. It's actually worked out quite well. I know the one game they played it, so we'll see if that ends up re-emerging. But yeah, I'd say a little bit less confidence in LNG to promote into Group Ascension, but a step closer towards that as they did find Series 1 today and are walking out of today with the first seed, even if that was quite a weird end to our day.
Let's get right before we get out of here and we set up for the Ascend Day. If we could throw up the updated standings just so everybody can see it in full, what Group Nirvana will look like going into the rest of this split. There it is, LNG at the top with that +3 game score. They are in the first spot. They currently play against WE, but LNG LGD is must-watch TV the next time we see Group Nirvana.
Wow. Folks, I'm also getting an update before we go that was a full bug on the Nocturne, and they should have paused. No, it wasn't?
I still am in the camp that it wasn't a bug. Like, that can happen.
Hold on. Am I getting wrong information here?
Well...
Oh, wait, no. Okay, I am, because the wiki says otherwise.
Oh, okay. All right, so it wasn't a bug. Yeah, nothing we can pause. Just an unfortunate reality. All right. let's put that
Wow.
end series in the rearview mirror. Cubby, our time together has come to an end here. It is time to start getting hyped for Group Ascend action, the big ticket item coming everyone's way. We're going to go to a bit more extended break, but on the other side, Dia and Ulk, they will take you through JDG BLG one more time in Split 2 regular season. Get hyped, folks, and make sure to give them a warm welcome from myself and Cubby when you see them on the other side of this extended break.